This part was like went super viral on Twitter. What a disgrace Stephen Colbert has become. The only speculation I have here is that the campaign, like Brad and Zoran's campaign themselves, asked for these questions to be asked because goddamn does he suck.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Ladies and gentlemen, my next guests tonight are two candidates who want to be the next mayor of New York. Please welcome New York State Assemblyman Zoran Mamdani and New York City Comptroller Brad Lander.
I'm just doing what I can. Doing what I
Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me here. Each of you are running to be mayor of New York. And to be clear, I am not endorsing either one of you.
I'm not
okay? In fact, so much so that you guys are going to switch seats a little bit later in this interview.
All right.
But you're endorsing each other. How does that work? Why is this, for each of you, question, why is this your number two guy?
Well, we both agree, for starters, that corrupt, abusive Andrew Cuomo should not be allowed anywhere near City Hall. And we know that by teaming up, a majority of New Yorkers won't choose him. At the same time, we have a positive vision. You know, when I first met Zoran, he was leading an effort to help taxi drivers who were under crushing debt, like several had committed suicide because medallion holders were crushing them with excess debt. So he led a hunger strike, teamed up with people, and designed a $450 million debt relief program. And has now built on that with a vision for a city that all New Yorkers can afford, whoever they are. And I find it inspiring. And so I hope folks will rank me number one on their ballot and rank Zoran number two.
Mr. Mamdani.
And I think, you know...
By the way, I will not tolerate Brad's slander. I don't agree with him on Israel. And I'm not going to say that that is inconsequential nor insignificant. But I think what he has done, what he has showcased in this race, is literally sticking his neck out in a way that actually benefits Zoran. He absolutely has stuck his neck out for Zoran over and over again. With that one exception with the shitty interview that was kind of clipped out of context. This is exactly the type of solidarity that is necessary for other people who are in the fucking margins of like social democracy. Brad Lander knows that the die is cast and that the only good thing that can occur for him from this point on is Zoran winning. Not saying he's fake or phony, but he knows the reality is Mamdani or Cuomo. I know. He had every opportunity to fucking hit him with the anti-Semitism shit. Like, he could have fucking Elizabeth Warren this entire situation. And I think ruined, like tanked Zoran's chances of winning. Straight up. Because he is the third, like the third and fourth most popular are like basically at 7%. They're trailing at 7%. And half of the Brad Lander voters are going to Cuomo. And he could have just used that as an opportunity to be like, this guy is anti-Semitic. You should vote for me instead. I'm the real progressive. And he did not do that at all. He did not rat fuck the Zoran campaign at all. And he has stood by Zoran's side. If Warren had done this in 2020, that would have been something Brad Lander is a class act and the model for the sort of left liberal, we need to make a coalition with the socialist left. Exactly. I see what Brad Lander is doing as something that could potentially save the Democratic Party, as opposed to what everyone else is doing within the centrist Democrats that have all systems go, full tilt, trying to rat fuck Zoran Mamdani, knowing full well that he could potentially win.
Brad, Brad has been a principled and progressive leader in this city for years. So many of the laws that we celebrate in this city are ones that he actually brought to bear. And I'm talking about someone who founded the Progressive Caucus in the city council. And it's exciting to know that while each of us think that we will make the next best mayor of New York City, we also understand that it's time for a politics of the future. And that means a politics of collaboration, a politics of sincerity, a politics of principle. And
well, this race in general, Governor Cuomo being in the race, you guys and the other candidates, this has made national news. You both have been interviewed on the national news networks. Your opponent, Andrew Cuomo, has been recently endorsed by Representative Jim Clyburn of South Carolina, the guy who, basically clinched it for Biden in 2020. Why do you think this particular race has become a countrywide story?
I think in some ways because it's a referendum on where our party goes. What we're talking about is a race that has now seen the most funded super PAC in New York City's municipal history. A race that is, one that billionaires and corporations want to buy. And this is a tale that we're seeing across this country, where it's a battle of organized money versus organized people. And ultimately, it's a question for our own party of how do we move forward? Do we move forward with the same politicians of the past, the same policies of the past that delivered us this present? Or do we move forward with a new generation of leadership, one that is actually looking to serve the people?
Well, despite this being a New York City race, foreign affairs have become part of it, partly because this is such a multicultural city. And so...
Shut the fuck up. Jewish leaders urged late-night talk show host Stephen Colbert to grill Democratic Socialist Mayor Zohran Mamdani over his refusal to condemn the phrase globalize the intifada. Mamdani and fellow mayoral candidate Brad Lander were set to get a star treatment on CBS. But in a letter sent to Colbert early Monday, activists called on the talk show. Genuinely a cancerous force in American politics. Like, actually, a fucking cancerous force on American politics. Elijah Wiesel, son of humanitarians, authors. Oh my God. Elie Wiesel's fucking stupid ass son. Who is a fucking, what is he, like a VC guy, right? Isn't he like a hedge fund manager or something? Daniel Rosen, president of the American Jewish Congress. Andras Spokojny, president and CEO of the Zoya Reigns Chair, the Jewish Funders Network. Daniel Rosen, Duvi Honig, Rabbi Yaakov Berman. What's actually surprising is I don't see the ADL in here. That's interesting. Oh, never mind. I was wrong. It was the number 2. Abraham Foxman, former director of the Anti-Defamation League. Not the current one, though. No. This is the former director. That is interesting. Maybe Greenblatt was too busy fucking coming after me. We strongly call you on no uncertain terms. Colbert also shouldn't let Lander, who is Jewish, off the hook, the activist wrote. I do not believe it is the mayor's position to be policing language. Okay. Mamdani, during an interview, again, refused to condemn the anti-Israel rallying cry, globalizing intifada.
I'll ask the same question to both of you. I'll start with you, Mr. Lander. Does the state of Israel have the right to exist?
I support the vision of Israel as a Jewish and democratic state.
Mr. Mamdani, same question. Does the state of Israel have the right to exist?
yes, like all nations, I believe it has a right to exist and a responsibility also to uphold international law.
Once again, I'm willing to bet I'm gonna say this again, because I listened to this already. And Zoran's answers are kind of shitty. My charitability here for Zoran is twofold. Number one, he's right at the fucking precipice here of clinching this, and he doesn't want to fuck it up. Number two, the audience for this is much older. Okay? So this is not like the base that he's already solidified. This is just like television watching liberals who might be fearful. And last but not least, and this is perhaps the most significant aspect here, he is a brown Muslim man. The only reason why I'm offering charity here to Zoran is because he is a brown Muslim man. If you noticed, the intensity of the attacks launched against Zoran in the last couple of days have basically been 2002 levels of deep Islamophobia. Like, straight up, people are, even centrist liberals went from like, oh, he's a dangerous radical, to being like, are we really gonna let this dirty Muslim Arab lover of terrorism become the fucking mayor? He's gonna do 9/11s every day. Like, they straight up, like, liberals are basically also running the same fucking Islamophobia route. Now, partially, it is because they are also deeply invested in Israel's genocide. They want it to continue. They are, ultra-Zionists. But the other reason why they're trying to rat fuck him is because he has incredibly modest proposals that might actually end up improving New Yorkers' lives, like the working poor in New York.